Are you ready for lunch? We're still in quarantine. It's Sunday. It's rainy outside. Can't go out by the pool. It's not sunny at all. So it's time to make enchiladas. What do we do first? I have some orange and yellow peppers that I bought at the store, and before they got bad, I diced them up or stripped them up and threw them into the freezer. So I have those, and I need an onion. So you can use red, orange, yellow, green peppers, whatever you want, but you do need to have an onion. So in my pan here, I'm just going to start sauteing the peppers. And then I'm going to get my onion in there. So for the onion, take off the ends, cut it down, pull off the skins. All that's going to go into my composter. Hi, little Claire. Making food. Claire's around. George is on the floor right behind me. So we are going to make steak enchiladas. So I learned part of this recipe from my friend Pretel. She taught me how to make the enchiladas the first time, and then I've kind of changed it and adapted it to what works for me. So I'm just going to half my onion and cut these into pieces, sprinkle them in with my peppers. I'm just going to make these soft because this is still going to get put into the oven. Okay, onions in. Going to do a little vegetable oil. Do a little salt and pepper. You want to layer every step that you go. So I'm going to do a little pepper, a little salt. Okay, a little cumin. You find me a cumin. I got too many spices. There you are, cumin. Cumin. So cumin is what makes everything smell Mexican. I love cumin. And then I'm going to use homemade enchilada sauce. That's another video. All right, so I got my peppers, onions sauteing. I have already cut up my meat and I marinated it for a day. So this is just a steak with red wine vinegar, a little bit of olive oil, a little cayenne pepper, and some salt. I have this pan going on high. I'm gonna oil it because we need to do a couple things. One, we need to cook our steak. Two, we need our corn tortillas. We're going to fry them like we do for our street tacos, and then we're going to roll them with the peppers and the meat inside and cheese, and then we're going to put them into a casserole dish. You'll see, so stay tuned. While my steak is cooking and my peppers and onions are cooking right here, I'm going to get my pan ready. So you can use enchilada sauce, you can use salsa, whatever you like, a little combo of both. I'm going to pop this open. We're going to prep up our pan, our glass dish. So I'm going to pour a little bit of enchilada sauce, and then I'm going to swirl it around. This is going to be the base of where our enchiladas are going to sit. All right, our meat is cooked. Just sauteed it up. Our peppers and onions are soft right here. They're looking good. Okay, just move those right here. I have my pan back on high. I did put a little dollop of salsa in my pan. My little glass here. Smooth it out. Now, what we're going to do is toast the corn tortillas. So we're going to stick them down, rub them around. I have a little bit of steak bits on there, which is absolutely fine. More flavor. No reason to wash it off. I'm going to flip those over, put a little oil, because I want them to get really pliable. Grab my salt again. We're going to salt them on one side. Doesn't matter which side. And we are going to toast these. We don't want them to get crispy. We just want them to get soft and pliable so we can stuff them and roll them and put them into our casserole. So it just takes a few minutes. My onions and my peppers took about 5 minutes to get them to a soft stage with the cumin and the salt and pepper. And again, my marinated meat just was red wine vinegar, olive oil, cayenne, and I think it was salt and pepper in there. Pretty basic. I was just trying to season it a little because this is going to have a lot of flavor because of all of the peppers and onions and cumin, but then also the salsa, the enchilada sauce, the cheese, and then I had canned some of my jalapeno peppers from last summer. So I tried these. They're really spicy. So I'm just going to put it on half of my square here because Neil and my mom don't want spicy, and I do. So I'm going to just divide it in half. All right, so we're going to just flip these over. I'm going to pull one off. You see it? We're going to put a little bit of meat. This is super easy. You can use chicken, turkey. You could just do roasted vegetables if you wanted. Just going to put a little bit of cheese. And that is it. We're going to roll it. And then we're going to go, ooh, it's hot. Then we're going to go seam side down. Like that into the pan. I'm going to pull these off and I'm going to put 3 more on. And I probably will only need maybe 6 that'll fit. These are just regular corn tortillas. Oil. You can come there, Neil. The salt. Gonna flip it over to get the oil. Okay, now we're gonna fill these too. So I'm gonna do more steak. So as I was saying, you could use it, you could just fill it with all vegetables, chicken, ground beef. I've done ground turkey, really any kind of meat. If you were gonna do a vegetarian version, you could do zucchini, eggplant, portobello mushrooms, fill it, same type of thing. Really what you put inside is up to you. I'm just showing you the process. So we're going to put cheese. I'm gonna turn this off. Fill these with cheese. Roll it. Seam side down. Why am I toasting these? Because if I don't, they get a little mealy. Because this is really soft and it doesn't taste that great like this. But once you toast it, shabam, totally different world. I'm gonna put these. So I have 3 in there. I have room for about 3 more. What am I gonna do with the leftover stuff? So the leftover steak and peppers, I will throw into a container and I will use later this week, and I will make a salad, make like a fajita salad kind of a thing. I could use it for tacos, all kinds of things. Use it with eggs. Pull these off. More steak. I could really fill these to where they're bursting, but then they're hard to scoop out and they get a little unruly. So I like to just put what's needed in there to make a good enchilada and then put the sauce and cheese. So good. Okay, I'm gonna roll it, seam side down. Same for this one. I'm gonna go across at the end. One more. Okay. Okay. What kind of cheese is this? It's just a blend. It's that cheese that I buy in bulk. Just depends on what's on sale. And then I put it in different bags in the refrigerator, in the freezer, and then I just pull it out as needed. Okay, so I got my 6 enchiladas in there, sitting on top of enchilada sauce and salsa. Now I'm going to pour the rest of my enchilada sauce over the top. I'm gonna do some of the salsa. The salsa just gives it a little bit thickness and another layer because of the chunks of tomatoes. I like that. I like it to be chunky. So I'm going to use all of this. I'm going to turn my oven on. 375. Okay. Put cheese down. So there's cheese inside, cheese on the top. I'm going to save a little cheese so when it comes out of the oven, I can sprinkle more on there and then it'll look all ooey gooey. I'm gonna put my peppers on just half. So my enchiladas are going this way, down. So I want to put the peppers going the same way the enchilada is. So when I scoop it, I scoop up the peppers, put it on a plate. I eat my enchiladas with lettuce, sour cream. I eat a lot of lettuce with it. Kind of make it into a salad. And I'm going to do this bottom one down here. So I have 2 enchiladas going long ways and 1 this way that have the peppers. And then 2 that go this way, that way, with no peppers. All right. So once my oven is preheated, I'm going to put it in there for about 35 minutes, get it to a nice, hot, bubbly consistency, pull it out, sprinkle it with some more cheese, and then it's lunchtime. I'll show you in just a minute what it looks like. Still waiting for my oven to heat up. Then I'm going to put my enchiladas in the oven. Wanted to show you this. I store my steak and my peppers separately. And the reason I do that is I don't mix them is I might want this steak to make Neil's steak and eggs for breakfast and send him with him to work. I might want to saute some chicken later this week and use the peppers for tacos or fajitas. So I store everything separate in these awesome containers and I put it in the fridge and I will use this week. So I usually only do videos on the weekends because I don't cook a whole lot during the week because I'm the co-publisher of the Real Producer magazine in St. Louis and in Metro East. And so I try to do things that I try to prep things that I can make later in the week that's super easy, super convenient. So chances are we will be having tacos or fajitas and I will be making steak and eggs or I'll be making a salad for myself when I take my lunch break because I'm working from home. All right, stay tuned. It's been 35 minutes. Okay, so my cheese gets a little crusty, which is exactly what I want. So when I bite into my enchilada, there's a little crunch. So I'm gonna take this extra cheese and I'm gonna sprinkle it on the top, making sure I know which side has the peppers so I don't feed that to Neil and little Sue Harris. Ooh, Claire gets some cheese. Okay. Doing the cheese. Then I went and got some green onions from my garden. I'm gonna do some green onions. I got some oregano. Oregano is actually a Mexican spice as well. There is Mexican oregano. This is just a good old Italian, but hey, it's still good. All right, I'm gonna let this sit for just a second. I'll be right back. I gotta get my plate ready. Okay, are you ready to see my lunch? So I made my bed of greens. I put my enchilada right on top and a big dollop of sour cream. It's going to be so good. So if you're watching this video on Facebook or Instagram, make sure you go to Chef Diane Collins on YouTube and subscribe. And Dawn Thurman, this is for you. This was your request, and I am going to eat it with some tortillas.